It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle W. Herzog.
Hi, Tracey.
Hi, Noelle. We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 13.
It's happening.
It's happening.
I'm checking out.
Okay,
So I know it's nearing the end.
I've been checking out since like Episode 4. We just talked about how they say that the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, the regular 90 Day Fiancé, is going to be on Easter Sunday, April 17th.
Right. Which happens to be the day after your birthday.
It is the day after my birthday. It's not a big deal that my birthday is April 16th.
It is a big deal.
Okay, fine. It is.
Your birthday's actually on Passover this year, too.
My birthday's on Passover and also Holy Saturday.
And guess what? Passover is a very gluten-free holiday.
Love that
Just
for me.
like you. I love that for you. I love that journey for you.
I do. What are we eating on Passover?
What are we going to eat? We're going to have to listen. My in-laws are in Florida.
Right. So we could do YOLO.
But that's what I'm saying.
We
I
could
think
do
that
all
would
the
have a
things.
nervous breakdown if I went off the map.
We could do bacon. We could do
Okay. Pork
shrimp.
chops. Because you and I eat so much pork.
Oh yeah,
too.
we love pork so much. Guys, if you want to hear more of this amazing banter and more about my birthday on April 16th, come over to Patreon at patreon.com/trash talk podcast for all of our bonus podcasts, including our favorite podcast, BS, where we just kind of like maybe
yes.
BS a little bit. Also, it's back, Unexpected Trash Talk. So go over to patreon.com/trash talk podcast for everything you never knew you wanted.
I don't want some of these couples on Unexpected.
I don't either. But also, side note, we do have new pop sockets that say I'm a trash talker. So check them out. $8, traceycarnazzo.com. And I'll post a picture of it in the group.
They're so cute.
So cute. All right. Who's ready? Let's jump in the pool.
I'm ready to do the meat.
Okay. So Memphis and Hamza.
Hamza.
So his mom is doing his hair and she's also peeling some boiled eggs for them.
Which is very nice.
Okay. This is a Noelle-centric breakfast. Do you see what they're eating?
A lot of pastries.
There's a donut, a brownie, and then I guess to even it out, a hard-boiled egg.
Okay. You can have the egg.
I will have the egg.
Of the egg presentations, I don't think hard boiled would be for me.
Hard boiled is not for you. Hard boiled for me.
Yeah, you like hard boiled eggs, right?
I like eggs in almost any way.
Okay. I can see that though. They seem good.
I'll tell you two things I don't want to eat for breakfast.
What?
A donut and a brownie.
I want to eat a brownie for breakfast every day.
I know you do. I know you do. That's why I think that this is a Tracey Noelle breakfast.
Except they're having orange juice with it. This is where they lost me. Orange juice and brownies.
You gotta morning it up somehow.
I guess, but like, I don't know. Orange juice. And it's not consistent because now you have me looking at everything. The orange juice keeps changing.
Yeah, of course
how much they have.
They should get the Love is Blind glasses.
The chalices.
The chalices. So his mom wants to talk with her with a translator. And they're also going wedding dress shopping with his mom and his sister. And then his mom says, oh, I have a lot of things to say to you later. And Hamza's like, oh, my mom said she's so excited to go wedding dress shopping with. It's like, that's not what she said.
But he's scared.
That is not. This is why we have to have a translator.
But yeah, but because Memphis would be like, come at me, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, this guy, Hamdi. I can't take him, the translator. I want Adam back.
Yeah, he's not a good translator. He says what he feels.
He translates it to what he would like to say.
Yes.
And then says that. There's a lot of things that are not said that should have been said.
And he twists them a bit.
Oh, he twists them a lot. And then he's also like, you know what I think you should do? And it's like, Hamdi, stay in your place.
Yeah.
Sit back. So his mom is scared that her ex will cause problems. Okay, totally understandable question. So she's like, oh, no. My ex is a very nice person and he's encouraging me. He just wants me to be happy. And then she says, my ex wants to make sure that Hamza takes good care of my kids and is nice to my kids. Translator leaves that out.
Yeah, of course he does, though. But I think that it's definitely valid the way his mom's feeling.
Yes. Okay.
But I also feel like Memphis doesn't see that. I don't know.
Okay, well, then
Yeah.
she's like, okay, next question. Something bad happened to you when you were younger. What happened?
Mhm.
And she's like, oh, I was homeless. I had a lot of trauma. She's like, all right, so are you going to be like all screwed up?
Are you going to take it out on my son?
Right. Bad question, Mom.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Her only son is moving, I don't know, 5,000 miles away.
Okay,
She's scared.
maybe, sure. Listen, I'm not saying it's not valid. I think maybe the way to connect with Memphis a little bit is to say, tell me a little bit more about your childhood.
Right.
And then she could open up a little bit, and then she could say, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
I just think that she sees how combative and defensive Memphis is.
Sure, but like, I don't know. This might have not been.
No, I get it. I don't think she has much tact.
She does not. So Memphis is very mad. And the translator is doing a dramatic reading of what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
What is his deal?
I think that when you're a translator, you're supposed to be like very neutral. And I don't think he's neutral. That's the problem.
Not only is he not neutral, he's literally doing a dramatic reading of what she's saying. He's like,
also on the television.
On the 10th day, she lived on the street with her mother.
Yeah, we need Adam back.
No. So she's crying. She said that she would never hurt him. Then his mom cries, and then Memphis gets up to give her a hug. And I was like, okay, good. I'm glad that she made like a little bit of an effort.
But is she so in love with Hamza?
No.
You know, like, what
No.
are you crying about?
No, she's crying because she doesn't want to go home alone.
Right. She's crying because she needs to get married.
Right. So she's like, oh, you're my daughter now. And it's like, she's not.
She's not. And, you know, you probably still don't like her, but okay.
So she's going to go dress shopping. And in the meantime, she also needs to talk to a lawyer about the prenup.
Why? Okay. But she's like, because of the time change, you know.
Oh, we're not even there yet.
Talk to anybody.
That's at the
okay.
end. Yeah.
Okay.
So now, they get to the dress store and she says, pretty. Try that.
Mm-hmm.
I really am wondering if she should be the one in the English classes.
Yes.
Okay. And then she says to her mother, because she's FaceTimes with her mother and she wants to show her mother the dresses, and she calls them mother and sister.
Right.
So she says, I'm going to give you to sister. Okay. She says to her mother.
Like her mom speaks like this too, I guess.
I guess so. So
Yeah.
she can't walk. They put her in this weird jumpsuit.
Okay, but what's wrong with the green dress? It was gorgeous.
She doesn't like the green dress. Her mom said it wasn't her color.
But it was her color. She looked stunning.
Well, she picks not the first jumpsuit, but the second jumpsuit. Are we just picking things because they fit?
I hate what she picked.
I hate it a lot. Okay, this is the thing with these Arabic weddings, right?
Yeah.
There's so like the dresses are so ornate and fun,
Mhm.
and there are so many different styles that I would be so excited to pick a traditional dress.
Yes.
And what did she pick?
Look at Hamza when he went suit shopping.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah. That's why I said I would have gone for that big green spectacular
like
dress.
something
White pantsuit.
very weird. So she's
Which I'm fine with pants, but I didn't like the way it looked.
It didn't.
Yeah.
No, not good. So she's getting married in 2 days and she's trying to talk to the lawyer. This is what you were talking about.
Yes.
But she can't possibly talk to a lawyer because of the time difference. Now, I want to tell you a story. I don't want to brag. I have friends in other countries. I have friends that are traveling actually right now.
She has friends in Cancun, guys.
I've been to Cancun. Okay. I am cultured.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to them sometimes. Sometimes in the morning, I'll talk to my friends in Europe.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's like evening there and then morning here.
I didn't know that you could do that.
You can.
Oh, interesting.
You can.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do is
Yeah.
you can get an entire prenup finished
Uh-huh.
before you go to another country to get married.
So that's what I don't understand. Did she just decide while she was away she wanted this prenup?
We don't know. So she FaceTimes with this lawyer and she said, he's like, well, what are these assets that you need to protect? Because I've seen your rap sheet and it's
I've
not
seen
great.
your pay stubs.
Yeah.
Right.
And she's like, well, in the future, I will want to build a house. And he's like, I am so proud of you. That's great.
Right. Good for you. Uh-huh.
And then also, what if I get super rich and I buy a Lamborghini?
Right.
And he's like, okay, well, can we talk about anything real?
So when you get a prenup, you're protecting the assets you have at the time?
Yes. Well, it doesn't matter. You can protect anything you want. It's an agreement. It doesn't mean anything. A prenup could be that you're going to give them everything. It doesn't matter.
It could be like, all right, if you cheat, I'll pay you. Right.
Right. It could be anything. It's just a prenup. It's just an agreement before you get married.
Right. So she has to wait till 2 days before her wedding to do this?
He said that he doesn't have time because legally Hamza has to consult with an attorney to make sure he understands what he's signing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, a postnup is not very effective. So why don't you push the wedding back? And she's like, oh, I can't do that.
Well, celebrations start the next day.
Yeah. So she's very scared because she thinks that this is not going to be good without a prenup. So she's going to be very mean to Hamza and then go to a hotel and not tell him what's wrong.
But why? I feel so bad for him at this point.
Okay,
he's like,
I do, but I don't.
Well, he's like, kind of like, what do I keep doing wrong?
Right. But at the same time, this is what happens when you marry a stranger that you have absolutely no rapport with.
Right. And why didn't you trust your gut? His gut was giving him second thoughts and he still went through with it.
He's a silly goose, honestly.
Yeah, he is.
And I don't know. I mean, if you were so worried about things, like I hate people that wait till the last minute.
Yes.
And it's like, hurry up and wait. Like, okay. You ready?
That drives me crazy. Uh-huh.
In the tattoo shop, our friend's tattoo shop, there is a sign. And it says, a mistake on your part is not an emergency on our part.
Yes.
And that's how I feel.
You're absolutely right. I have friends that I won't name names that procrastinate.
Yes.
For like weeks. And then when they're ready,
it's a fire drill.
Rush. Blah, 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 blah. I'll be at your house in 1 hour. It's like, well, where were you weeks ago while this needed to get done? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It's just very, very frustrating that she waited so long. And there's a lot of things in life that are not very certain, but you know what is?
What?
Good hair days. The key to consistent hair days are using ingredients that benefit your hair. Function of Beauty makes hair care products that are 100% customizable, made for your hair, where it's at now, and then also for where you want it to go. Your hair is completely unique, and the products that address its specific needs. That's where Function of Beauty comes in. Noelle and I have been using Function of Beauty. I'm obsessed with the mango.
The peach is where it's at.
The smells are only part of the reason we love Function of Beauty. You can customize them to your exact hair type.
I have purple shampoo.
You do, because you're a blonde.
I love it.
You're a fake blonde. Function of Beauty is the world's first fully customizable hair care that creates individually filled shampoos, conditioners, styling, and treatment formulas based on your hair now and where you want it to go. Founded by a dream team of engineers and cosmetic scientists, each Function of Beauty product is individually designed to be as unique as you are. Function of Beauty offers over 54 trillion possible formulations. Every one of them is vegan and cruelty-free, and they never use sulfates or parabens. You could also go completely silicone-free. Here's how it works. First, you take the quick hair quiz to build your hair profile, and you select 5 hair goals like lengthen, volumize, oil control. Does your hair get frizzy in the winter but oily in the summer? Function formulations are meant to be changed when your needs change. Next, choose your color. Then you choose your fragrance, or you can go dye-free and fragrance-free. Then you get your freshly filled formula delivered straight to your door and prepare for good hair days ahead. Say goodbye to generic hair care for good. Today, go to functionofbeauty.com/90day to take your hair goals quiz, and you'll save 25% on your first order. Go to functionofbeauty.com/90day to let them know you heard about it from our show, and you get 25% off your first order. That's functionofbeauty.com/90day to take your hair quiz and save 25% on your first order.
All right.
We might be having good hair days, but Gino and Jasmine are having pretty bad days.
Gino does not have very many
hair or
days.
otherwise. All right. So now Jasmine is working out back in the same gym, it looks like, from where they first were together. And she's working out with crazy eyes.
Okay. But also, like, her body is sick.
Amazing.
Please train me, Jasmine.
But I'm like, is this scene cut from when they were first at the first hotel when he was watching her work out?
I mean, I don't know if she's wearing the same outfit, so I can't think of it offhand, but I wonder.
She's mad at him again. Someone messaged her and said, quote, your tits are going to be all over the internet. So it was from a fake account. So she's assuming that this is his ex-girlfriend.
Right.
And he's like, oh, no, don't worry about it.
And she's like, hello? Of course I'm worried about it.
She's like, I have kids, I think. I have a mom. And I'm a teacher. And he's like, oh, don't worry. When you get fired, I will support you. She's like, oh, you're going to pay me $3,000 a month. And he's like, all right, why don't you get a different job?
Why don't you could just have a different career?
And he's like, I don't know what her problem is. I just sent some partially nude photos. And it's like, Gino, I'm going to send a picture of you without a hat and let's see how you feel.
You know, at first I felt like she made him very anxious all the time. He's a jerk.
There's something there that's not connecting. So he said that he doesn't want to lose her over something stupid.
Okay. I don't think this is stupid at all. And guess what? It's your fault.
It is your fault. So she's sitting outside of this table and he goes, oh, did I wake you up?
Okay. But she looked like she was sleeping. She was like out cold.
Was she?
Yeah, she was like out cold and he shook her and then she woke up. That's why I was like, is she okay?
No, she said
but then she got mad. He was like, woke her up and he's like, did I wake you? And she's like, why are you asking me this? It's like, because he shook you.
Well, she resents him. She said that she used to look pretty and she used to look happy. This is like 4 days ago, by the way. They still have 400 days left on their trip.
Yes.
She's like, I used to look pretty. I used to look happy. I used to have my nails done, my eyelashes done. And he's like, oh, you want to get your eyelashes done? We could do that.
Oh, that triggered her though.
She's like, oh yeah, you don't have to pay me $250. I'll do this for free. This conversation's free for you. Because he used to pay women to spend time with him.
Just talk to him. Right.
So now she wants to see his email. So she's like, let me see your email. And he goes, huh?
Right. But why? I don't know what she's really looking for. I guess to see if he's on sites or something.
Yeah. She's just seeing like, listen, you can go through my email. I don't know what you would find that would incriminate me in any way in my email. It's like, how many Old Navy coupons do you have, Tracey?
But that's what I mean. My email. Do you know how much spam I have in there? Like, it's ridiculous.
I had a former lover, an old partner that went through my email all the time. Like secretly. And it's like, what did you think I was going to do?
Your email.
My email, like sit down and be like, hello, man, I'm cheating on you with.
Right.
This is Tracey. I've decided to write an email.
Here, who emails?
Like, what are you going to say? You could go through my email all day long. I'll give out my password on this show.
Yeah. It's so true.
You know, it's like, yeah, Express is having a sale. So
right. So you better use that Kohl's cash. Right.
In your face. Okay. So she's like, I want to see your email. He goes, huh? And then she goes, Legoland. Why does it say Legoland? He goes, what?
So he has his emails, I guess, organized very well.
So he has folders and she went to the travel folder and she saw that in 2014, he went with his ex to Legoland. So I'm assuming she had children, I hope.
Right. Because they went to Disney also together.
Right. So if he went to he never mentioned that he went to Legoland with his ex.
Right.
Now, Jasmine.
She's reaching here.
You're reaching, my friend. Is Gino, should you marry him? No. Legoland in 2014?
Right.
No.
Who cares?
I mean, come on. He's like, I don't remember every single place that I went. Now, I don't know where he lives in compared to Legoland.
Right. I think he lives in Michigan.
Right. But I don't know. Is there a Legoland near there somewhere?
I think is it PA maybe?
No. There's a lot more than that.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought there was Legoland.
No, I think that there's more than that. So it's like, okay, for example.
Yeah.
We live in New York. Sesame Place is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
If I went with someone to Sesame Place, I wouldn't necessarily be like, I went on vacation to Sesame Place.
No, absolutely not. Because you could drive there in a day. It takes a few hours. Right.
So that's where it's like,
it's not like we're in New York and we went to LA.
Right. Like it could be. Yeah. There's a lot of Legolands.
I did not know that, but yeah, that's like, I don't know. But also He has to tell you every single trip he's ever went on.
So Legoland, there's one in Florida. So, okay, maybe, I don't know. There's Legoland parks, Legoland Discovery Centers, Legoland water parks.
Yeah.
No, they're like, there's California, Florida, New York, and then there's like Discovery Centers everywhere. So it's
maybe
like,
they flew to one. Who knows? But like, who cares?
I don't know. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
So he said that he forgot, and then he flips the chair and walks away, and he says later on that he's done.
Oh, that's what everyone says. Famous last words here.
Famous last words. Well, he's going to have a lot of time to think about what he did. And, you know, sometimes when I'm able to grab a moment to myself, I make the best of it by playing Best Fiends. When I find myself with a few minutes to spare, I love to unplug for a bit and lose myself in Best Fiends. Best Fiends is my favorite game to play on my phone.
I lost myself in Best Fiends at like 1:00 this morning.
Okay. I say that it's my favorite game to play on my phone, but it's really the only game I've ever really been into.
It is the only game you've ever played. You've never really played phone games.
I don't, but I got so sucked into it that I cannot stop. Best Fiends is a mobile puzzle game that anyone can download and play. Whether you have a few minutes or a few hours, Best Fiends is the perfect puzzle game to lose yourself in because you're having so much fun. The game features tons of cute characters that help you solve thousands of fun puzzles. And the more you play, the more characters you collect. And the more you win, the more challenges you face. New characters and challenging puzzles are added all the time. And there are tons of fun events where you can win huge rewards in game with thousands of levels. You literally can play as long as you want and never get bored. Trust me on that. Download Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends. I can't even tell you what level I'm on right now because I've been playing for hours and hours and hours this weekend.
I've been playing for like 2 years now. I feel like I'm on level 1 million.
I know, but that's why they add things all the time. So guys, check that out. All right, moving on to Ben and Mahogany.
Okay, listen. When we first started watching Ben and Mahogany, I'm like, Ben, he seems just like a simpleton, and we're going to see Mahogany, and Mahogany is going to be this mean, scammy girl.
Right.
Now that we're watching this, there's something wrong here. And I know you're like that, you and a lot of people think she's an actress. I see this now, that there's a disconnect here. There's something I'm missing. What's happening?
It's like they got different scripts.
Right. Like even the vibes are weird, but there's something, I don't know. It's like something like sinister almost on her end. Like what's happening?
Yeah. I feel like they're on two different shows.
Yeah. It like flips me out. Like, I don't understand what's happening.
I don't know. So it's a week later.
Right.
And they've really been connecting, but she's very upset about what she found out. Haven't you guys been talking a lot? So this is the thing about like a long distance relationship or an online relationship or something, is that the only thing you can do is talk
all day.
So usually people really get to know each other pretty quickly, because when you really connect with someone, you want to talk to them all the time. And you talk about all different things that maybe you wouldn't even talk about in person.
Right. Because you have a lot more, I don't know, balls to talk like it through text messages. I have sent many more bold texts than I have spoken word.
Noelle's not exactly a spoken word kind of lady.
I'm not a spoken word kind of girl. I just don't like to talk really. It's up to Tracey. She's more all day long.
She's more an interpretive dancer.
I do some interpretive dancing. You should have seen me dancing while Matt was doing dishes before.
Were you doing the hurry up dance?
No, I was trying to like lambada him from behind. He's like, what are you doing exactly?
Yeah. And then you got divorced. So she's upset about what she found out. She found out nothing.
Right. He was like blaming his exes.
Yeah. I mean, listen, what is a guy going to say?
Right. Oh, it was me. I was the problem. When the hell is a man going to say
ever
this?
In the history of men?
Right.
No offense, guys.
No,
but come
on.
So he was like, my ex, it was really the cult really came between us.
Yeah.
And it's like, if this was so important to you that you're going to like lose your mind over it, why wasn't this discussion on the phone or via text?
Because maybe it's an excuse.
It's definitely an excuse, but it's also like, did you guys talk?
I thought they did. He showed us pages and pages and pages
of just him texting her, probably.
I guess. Right. Maybe she was just writing back like, damn. Te amo.
Noelle, she's in this motel that looks like there's going to be a drug bust at any moment.
Okay, I am nervous. That's the thing. There's something like satanic happening here. Like,
something
what is
weird
she
is
luring?
happening.
She's luring him into being trafficked.
This is like a truck stop motel.
Yes.
This is the kind of motel that you definitely overdose in.
Yeah. It's an overdose motel.
This is I've been in these motels. I've traveled and been in these. I'm not trying to brag, but I've been in these.
Oh no, we stayed in a few together. Yes. Where
this
it's like,
not...
I don't know. I don't want to go to the lobby.
Okay. Yes. And it's like, well, at least there's a security guard, I think.
Right.
Yeah. So he started texting her like crazy. So they did dinner. They talked to, or whatever they did on the whatever. And then he started texting her like crazy.
Like rage text.
She did not answer at all. So she said that she'll talk to him in person at breakfast.
But that would drive me insane if I were him though too.
But this is what I'm saying. She doesn't answer him at all. So now she goes wherever this is to have breakfast at the hotel, and her parents are there to surprise her.
Right. Oh, yay. Okay, I'm so happy.
Because they want to talk to Ben again.
Sure. Bennigan's. I love Bennigan's.
Because it was really nice in the Airbnb when they got to talk.
No, everything seemed so fun and friendly.
So now we cut to Ben. Is he packing?
Yes.
He said that he wrote her 10 pages of text. Front and back, college ruled, double spaced. What do you mean? 10
I was just going to say double spaced. Right. What is 10 pages of text in a text?
I don't know. But then he says, quote, "There is no fear in love." Ben, you're saying a lot of things that they would say on To Catch a Predator.
Right. He says a lot of things cult, what they would say before you drink the Kool-Aid.
Yes. So he said that he's not going to be going to breakfast today. Now, here is where I have a giant problem. Did you notice the inconsistencies?
Tell me.
Okay.
With what?
So now she's sitting with her parents. And they're like, "Where's Ben?" And she's like, "Okay, hold on. I'm going to ask him where he is."
Yeah.
So then they show you a screenshot of her text messages.
Right.
Okay. Hold please for... Okay.
Right. They showed like what he was saying to her, like, your heart has hardened against me or something.
No. This is what it said. So she texted him, "Benjamin, are you coming?
Right.
My parents are here." And she says, "Mis padres están aquí." 3 different texts. Which means my parents are here. And then he texts her back, "I'm walking and talking with God, just having some private time." And then she texts back, "Why didn't you come for breakfast?" Okay, so they show this. And then her parents say, "Did you tell him that we're here?" And she goes, "No, let me tell him that now."
Oh, got you. No, I did not notice that.
And then she's like, "Oh, he just texted me back and said that as soon as I said that my parents are here, he said he wants to talk to them privately." It's like, that's not what happened.
But also, why does he want to talk to them privately?
He probably wants to be
like, "Is your daughter okay?"
Yeah. Like, I was gonna human traffic her, but like, I don't even want to anymore.
Yeah. Is she okay? I don't know. She says she lives in this place that she doesn't live in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So her mom is like, "Oh, he's so disrespectful." The father's like, "Oh, this is a disgrace." And then she says that she texts him that the parents are here.
Right.
This is out of order. Okay. Now I will tell you this.
Yeah.
I did have a former partner that when I would ask, like if we were supposed to do something or, something was happening or whatever, he would be like, "I'm sorry, I'm praying right now."
Really?
Like, stop it right now. Oh yeah. He wasn't even religious, which was very funny. So I felt
praying right now.
I'm talking, or he would say, like, "I'm talking to Jesus. Like, can you give us some privacy?"
I feel like that's a you thing to say.
No, but he wasn't trying to be fun. I would say it to be funny.
Yeah.
He would say
it depends. If somebody would believe you, I think he might say it not in jest.
He was saying it to me like as a thinking that I would think this is a valid excuse.
We're gonna have to talk more about this later.
Yeah, we definitely are. We have to talk about a lot of things. And speaking of exes, is your ex still using your Netflix? That's what woman found after she downloaded Truebill, which finds and cancels subscriptions with just one tap. Let me tell you,
might still be using my Netflix.
I know. Well, did you go into subscription overload during COVID? It happens. You can take back control of your subscriptions with Truebill. Truebill empowers you to save more, spend less, see everything, and take back control of your financial life. Stay on top of your spending with Truebill. You get an effortless breakdown of your finances to see where your money's going and how to improve. Truebill also notifies you of important events that need your attention, so you're never caught off guard again. It's really, really helpful. Truebill is the new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. So you just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions, so you don't have to. I love Truebill. I actually get alerts saying like this bill is due in 4 days, or like this subscription is going to renew. And I'm like, oh, I didn't want to renew that. That's perfect.
You know, you said something about businesses, how they make it hard for you
of
to
course
unsubscribe.
They do.
I have to tell you, I have had some real issues unsubscribing from things. It's driven me insane.
Yeah, because it's a business scam that's out to get you.
So you don't give up.
Exactly. Don't let greedy corporations pocket your money. Download Truebill to take control of your subscriptions. Like Matthew B, who says, in a matter of seconds, I saved $660 for the year on my DirecTV bill, saved $120 for the year on my SiriusXM bill, saved $840 a year on my car insurance. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/trash talk. Go right now. Truebill.com/trash talk. It could save you thousands a year.
All right.
Now, speaking of saving thousands a year, let's talk about Mike and Ximena.
You know, I don't have any empathy for this man either.
Nope. And I see a lot of backpedaling happening. So
yes,
they had just spoken to his friend who translated.
Right.
Okay. Nelsie. And he's like, all right, I'll give you the space you need. And she's like, are you breaking up with me?
Right. She's like, I don't want to break up. I just want space.
Right. So he's like, okay, do you want space? Like I go home or I stay here? And she's like, okay, you stay here.
Which is like, what?
And then they hug and kiss.
Right.
And they're walking
so
out.
Suddenly you like him?
Yes. So they're walking out of the restaurant and Nelsie calls him and is like, listen, leave. She doesn't like you. And he's like, no. We're going to work on things. He's like, she goes, there's nothing to work on. She doesn't like who you are. Now she's on speaker.
Yes.
It's very funny that Ximena could understand all of a sudden.
I know, right? But Nelsie is not wrong. Nelsie's like, she's disgusted by you. And he's like, no.
She's mad that Nelsie got involved. And Nelsie's like, yeah, of course she is. She just wants you to pay for things.
Of course.
And he's feeling very bad about himself. And she's like, fine, then leave tomorrow. And he's like, all right, I might stay in a hotel. And she's like, well, you're a baby because you don't make your own decisions. You let Nelsie make a decision for you.
She likes to manipulate him.
And now he's going to stay for another week.
Okay, right. Oh, well, I'm not sure. Oh, I don't know what to do.
But then she says that she will change. So now all of a sudden she's a little afraid that she's not going to get her bills paid.
Yep.
And then he says, quote, sleep with me, please. And then they kiss. So they were all sleep, or maybe he was sleeping in the kid's bed or whatever.
He was sleeping in the kid. Okay, I think they were all sleeping together.
How?
In the same bed. Maybe he was laying across the feet.
Right, like the dog. So they snuck away and went into the kid's bed. And he said, quote, guess who got lucky? And I will tell you, it was not Ximena.
No, Ximena did not get lucky at all. He got lucky.
So he said it was the first time that they did that on the trip. And then he starts trying to talk to her. And he's like, if I were to call you an animal, I'd call you a tiger. What about me? And she's like, you're an owl because you won't stop staring at me. I feel like I don't agree with the owl part. I think maybe a raccoon because he's a scavenger.
He's definitely a scavenger. He's gross.
No, he's not. He puts on this beautiful sequin skull camouflage t-shirt.
This affliction shirt.
This is beyond affliction.
She likes it though.
Of course she does.
Yeah.
So he wants to talk about the wedding. And she's like, okay,
but
fine.
Also, they're going to Abu Dhabi. That's where Garfield used to want to send Odie all the time.
Oh my God, that's right.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, Garfield, Odie, this makes me so happy. Normal.
What a good show.
What a good show. Garfield and Friends. Sheldon in his shell.
Come on down.
Very
come
good.
to the place where fun never ends. Come on down. It's time to party with Garfield and Friends. Garfield and Friends. So he wants to talk to her about the wedding. She's like, oh, yeah. No, that's definitely what I want to talk about.
But he won't stop.
He doesn't stop. And I got to tell you, if he played his cards right, she would probably be sleeping with him. And they're both not playing their cards right.
Because he's like, oh, does this mean things are better with us? Oh, let's talk about the wedding. Shut up.
And she's like, listen, you need to stop telling your problems to Nelsie. And
Right.
it's like, you don't want him to have any kind of contact with the outside world.
Yep. You're isolating him.
Mm-hmm. Part of abusive relationships.
Yep.
Isolation. And then she said, no more sex until marriage.
Okay. That's funny. That's the card I would have played.
He
did not like that.
I would have been
at
like,
all.
I was just talking to Jesus.
I was on a walk with God.
I was on a walk with God, and he was like, gross.
And then after you get married, it's like Jesus said no still.
Yeah, I talked to him before, and he was I couldn't get through to him. He was on the line with Ben.
Yeah, and he just told me, he just kept putting me on hold.
Yeah, he was like, BRB.
Wait. So I have to call him
away
back in a couple
message
of
on.
weeks.
It's a sad quote. I hope he's not going through something.
Very funny.
Okay, so now I want to share what, like, I know I hate going like real life with this, but apparently, according to Ximena, according to some things online that we've been reading, and if you guys want to keep up with the gossip, go to 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Noelle keeps up with a lot of these things. It apparently she was a webcam girl, and that's how he met her. And they really didn't meet on any kind of dating app.
And he told her, like, stop working,
and I'll pay for your lifestyle.
Right.
And she was like, all right.
Hence why she's like, oh, I could go back to work. I want to get a tummy tuck.
I need to get my
and
boobs
a breast
done.
job. Right.
Exactly. I want to be a model. And you know what?
Yeah.
Webcam model.
Yeah.
That's what they
she
call
has a
them.
Sick body.
Yeah, she does.
She does.
All right. So moving on to Kim and Usman.
This is tough to watch. This is very hard. Tracy got to chill.
Sorry,
Someone walked on her grave.
I did. I just got so upset. So now this is where we open with. It's a quote from Kim. Quote, it wasn't easy to get to this point where now I'm his girlfriend.
It's been a rough ass couple of days, yo.
Oh my God, yo. So she video chats with Vanessa, and I like how Vanessa says, I love you. And she's like, all right, bye.
Bye. She's like, I know you're busy. I'll let you go.
Yeah. So she wants a grand gesture from Usman. She wants to force him to prove himself.
You can't force that out of someone.
No. So an hour later, he's by the pool in jeans.
Right.
And she shows up in jeans. Like, what's the temperature?
I don't know. She has so many straps happening.
Yeah,
it was
a lot of
so
straps.
distracting.
So she's like, let me see your necklace real quick. And she's like, do you know what I had to go through to get this?
I didn't know she bought it.
I mean, who's going to buy it? First of all, you got that at the mall, girl.
Right. That's the thing. So that's not real, clearly.
No. And she's like, I had to pay $45 extra to get this shipped to you for your birthday. And it's like, did you just flex on $45? Why didn't you say anything about the laptop? Why didn't you say anything about the PlayStation?
There's a blanket I really want at Marshall's. It's $40 and I refuse to buy it. So I need Kim to go get it for me.
Yeah, but she's gonna have to ship it.
She's gonna flex on these hoes.
$45. Like,
I know. Well, so he could have it on his birthday. But I want to know how much she paid for it.
I would say exactly $45.
He didn't want her to say it out loud because he's like, I know how much it costs.
Well, whatever it was too much.
Yeah.
Even if it was $45, it was too much. Even if it was free with $45 shipping,
it was too much.
It was way too much. So she says something about like, what effort did you put into this trip? And he said, quote, I didn't force you to come.
He didn't.
But see, that's the thing. It's like, I can't even hate Usman for a lot of this. I do hate him because he is taking advantage of someone. But like, he's very obviously he's not lying about what he's doing.
That's the thing, though. He's not lying. And it bothers me because I like him and I wish she could open her eyes.
I do.
Yeah.
So she said that she needs him to prove it. And he takes the necklace away from him. And he said, this is funny.
This is funny.
And she throws water in his face. And then she says what we've wanted her to say all season. She says, I'm done. She said it. So now she said that her ex used to come home with lipstick on his shirt and numbers in his pocket. Kim, what kind of bad sitcom did you used to live on?
But that's what I mean. It's like you picture like your husband's at the strip club. A woman's taking his tie off. Getting lipstick on his collar.
Cliche thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's like lipstick on the collar. Is that even real?
Numbers in his pocket. What are they written on, like fortune cookie wrappers?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Come on. So she took his blings and she said that she wants him to prove his love. So she said that he can have his necklace back when he proves himself to her.
Okay, so that's where she lost me. You have to hold something hostage.
Yeah, maybe not. So she's like, I'm leaving tonight. And he goes, have a safe flight.
Right. That was funny.
And then she says, I lost.
You did lose.
She said that she's going to have such a hard time cutting him out of her life because he is her whole world, basically. And she's never going to date again, ever.
Okay, that's sad.
Okay, listen, I understand feeling like that, but like
at the time, yeah, sure. But it's also like, what has he done for you?
Nothing.
He's consistently not done anything.
You cannot force someone to love you, and you cannot force someone to if you have the minute you have to say, please show me you love me, it's over.
No, I know, but that makes me feel sad for her. That
it
she
does
feels like that about herself.
Yes, I don't like that. Kim, we love you. Stop.
Please stop, Kim, because I would hang out with you as a person. You're fun.
We would hang out with you.
Yeah.
Stop. All right. Someone I would not hang out with at all. Ella and Johnny.
I do not like watching any of this.
I don't like either of them. So she calls Johnny, and the best part about this, there's a lot of best parts about this.
All
right. So she calls Johnny and she points the phone at a part of her boob and then a part of her arm.
Really? I didn't even notice that. Really?
It's just, that's what she's pointing. So you could see it in the little, And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She tells him that she needs physical attention. And he's like, listen, let's postpone the trip until February.
Right. So that's 7 months away.
She's like, no, I need physical attention. I had my friend over and we cuddled and we had sex. And that's what happened.
Why did you have to tell him that?
And then she said, quote, my self-worth is tied up in male physical attention. Okay. I mean, that is self-aware.
Thank you for being aware of that, though. Yeah.
Noelle.
Yeah.
He's not mad.
Okay. So this is the thing. He's like, I understand why she did it. Like, I understand why you did it.
Yes. And he said he's so shocked. And she's still not pointing the camera on her face at all.
But my brain would have exploded if I was him and I was in love with someone.
Right. If you were in love with someone, sure. So now she's fake crying. And he's like, okay, give me your finger size and I buy you a diamond ring.
Right.
And
that's like what my dad used to do to me. Like, anything to stop crying.
Please stop crying.
Just stop
crying.
Then
she says, here's a quote. It's so hard, quote, seeing him hurt even though he didn't say it.
What?
No, that's not what happened. Also, she starts screaming, crying, whining, and I can't take it.
The whining is where she loses me.
Oh my God, the pitch at what she is screaming and crying.
There's something.
You must love him so much if you slept with that guy.
But there's something that comes off of her that's very like pathetic, and I don't know why.
Oh, everything about her?
Yeah, but it's like when we first meet her, she wasn't like that.
Oh, I got it. I got that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
it's so off-putting.
It's a very, very, very strong, desperate aroma.
Like we're never gonna.
The aroma of desperation stinks.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
It stinks. I mean, listen, Kim definitely put a few sprays on, but Ella doused herself in the bottle.
Yeah, she did. Oh, that's funny.
It's so true.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what happens with Ella and Johnny.
Nothing.
Are they together
probably.
Yet? Did they ever go to Dubai?
No, I'm gonna say no.
No.
I'm gonna go with a big fat no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
All right, guys. Well, if you want to follow the podcast, which you definitely do, 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and TraceyCarnazzo.com for everything podcast related, everything Tracey Carnazzo related, everything merch related. There's just like everything you could ever want there. And also, don't forget, if you want to use Byte, I'm using Byte. The code is Tracy19 at byte.com.
Everyone's doing it.
I know. Your husband's doing it. Your mother-in-law's doing it.
Yeah, like everyone's doing it. It's crazy.
Tracy19, you get a kit for $19.95. Let's
try it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.